Hello everyone. Today I'm making a short video on my UI and add-ons that I'm using. I will also be exporting this UI configuration for anybody who wants to use it, may find it helpful. So what we're basically looking at here are all just Blizzard configurations with the exception of details and Sensei toolbars. If we take a look at the add-ons themselves, Alter Ego to make managing all my alts a little bit easier, track their progression, Wagonator just for making organization a little bit easier here. LWI I'm not going to use again. Teleport menu, very nice add-on. All of your earned portals will just show up when you hit escape. Details, follow the arrow, which is good for leveling, or speed leveling, I should say. Unfortunately, it only gets you about halfway through 80 to 90. I didn't actually use it. I dungeon spammed to get to 90 and ran the campaign. So it's limited. Method raid tools, method dungeon tools. Everybody knows what those things are, but just anyway, planning out for season 1, all the routes, now notes. Plater, of course. Quasi is gone. Not using Radar IO at the moment, as the season hasn't really, as the M plus season hasn't started. These are the Sensei class resource bars: rune power, runes, health. That's all that does there. I will show you a little bit more detail and how to actually configure that once I'm done with these parts here. The simple combat logger is just part of Warcraft Recorder. TomTom, of course, is just for directions and coordinates. True stat values and World Quest Tracker. World Quest Tracker does exactly what it kind of implies. It shows you what world quests are available in a particular zone. Makes it a little bit easier to track that down. For the true stats, as I mouse over my statistics here, it will show me whether or not I've gone over the threshold of efficiency. So there's no point to stacking critical strike over a certain point, or haste over a certain point, or this happy guy over a certain point. That's all that does. It just keeps me from overstacking on any one particular stat. For the UI itself, I've built it so I have this much space available here in the middle. My party frames when running dungeons are down here because it's easy to battle res somebody and keep them nice and close by. I don't want to clutter up my screen. For raids, it's not quite as important for me to tank to battle res. There'll be so many people that somebody else will do it. So that's off to the side. My big boss warnings, countdown timer, chat, big debuffs over here. Always want to see my debuffs. This is me, and this is my focus. Usually my focus is just set to my co-tank. I don't use it for M+, just the co-tank. Now, this element, this element, this element are all part of the Blizzard advanced cooldown settings. There's only so many things I want to track. I don't want information overload. So when I'm in Deathbringer, I have these 2 extra buttons to help me to use my exterminates more efficiently. These other 5 buttons are up all the time, whether I'm Sandland or Deathbringer. I always want to see my bone shield stacks, whether or not I have my blood shield up. Can't really see the little purple aura under my feet when I'm using Death Advance, so it's just nice to have this right here so I don't hit the button too early and I know when it ends. how many grips I have, and whether or not I have battle res available. Now, if I look at the Sensei bars, it has its own configuration that you have to go through the same way as the Blizzard UI setup. So it's not a separate add-on GUI for you to take a look at. There's no other way to really go through it. So you have to go through the edit mode, and then you can configure to your liking, however you want these bars to show up, and exactly which ones you want to show up. That is that for there. For my details, I like current DPS, overall DPS, HPS, and very important to me as a tank is a lot of this responsibility falls on tanks and tropes. So that is the gist of my setup. I will put a Waggle link in this video description, and hopefully this helps somebody out. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Good luck on all of your ventures.